Game one about to go off. There is no coin toss, only rock, paper, scissors. The man with the golden pipes who just gave you the national anthem, Sean Brown, Epimo Inanu. We go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's do it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, scissor takes paper. What are we doing? They're gonna defer. Zappers get the ball to start. Let's go, Vic. Control football. Let's go.
That's Rock, Paper, Scissors, brought to you by Wendy's and the multi-talented Sean Brown. Great national anthem. Now taking part in RPS. Let's take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Experian Boost. Told you about Jarman and Galloway. This receiving core for the Stars, perhaps a little underrated. Boykin, Turner, Calvin. We'll see what they bring today. And then the Zappers, they'll go with QB Stu to get this one underway. Josh Robinson, they have a couple of options at the superback along with Shunsey Thomas. Remember, Terrell Owens traded now to KOD. Terrence Williams, a big focus, along with Isaiah King and James Harden, along with the tight end Chris Bazile. And the defensive squads here, I know you're excited, Devin, to see Darius Dokley back in the mix.
Absolutely. Darius Dokley is a monster. He makes plays in every different way, causes fumbles, scoops those fumbles up, interceptions, and makes a ton of tackles.
So we had the question at the top, who would start at quarterback? It will be QB Stu getting the nod here out of the University of Memphis. Was part of that trade. And he's been looking for an opportunity. He'll get a chance here with the Zappers. First call out of the gate is the run to James Harden. I told you about Harden as a wide receiver. Of course, he is so versatile, can fill that super back role as well. As we look at our FCF overview and our rules, if you're new, 7-on-7. It's indoor arena league style football, 50-yard field, 2 20-minute halves. They go quick, running clock. And of course, don't forget, there is no kicking of any kind, so our extra points are decided via the man up. And of course, each squad gets 3 power-ups. We'll tell you about those as we go. But a real opportunity to change the game. So we're just underway between the Stars at 3-1 and the Zappers at 0-4. These two met back in week 1, and it was, of course, a victory for the Stars. As we told you about the power-ups, each team gets 1 of each, a power play, a 7-on-6. At Wendy's Flip the Field, it's FCF version of the punt and a progressive 5th down to keep the drive going. After your strikeout on 4 downs. Here's Stewart now to throw. Avoids the rush, he'll have to take it himself. He'll pick up a nice chunky yardage before he is spun down by Sean McGee.
You know, the other thing about this league and these games is that it is fully interactive. We're watching your comments in the Twitch chat. I have a great one from Chalco Ohama who says, I came to watch this game because I heard Jay Stu could shoot literal fireballs out of his fingers, but we just hadn't given him a chance yet. So we haven't had a chance to see any fireballs yet, guys, but I'm looking forward to it.
Those are encouraged, so we'll see if they come along here from QB Stu.
Yeah, he's going to have some opportunities to shoot some of those proverbial fireballs from his fingers because Williams is on the outside. They're leaving him singled up with Latham, and I think that's a favorable matchup for the Zappers if they can find a way to get the ball into Terrence Williams' hand.
And for Stewart, played for the Beast back in week 1 with 3 of 10, 95 yards. Those 3 completions, though, they were 3 touchdowns. Also rushed for 23 yards, and then really hasn't gotten much of an opportunity since. Now here in week 5, the rush is on. Stu on the move, throwing on the run. Harden way downfield. That one out of play. So able to elude the rush. And that will bring up now a 4th down.
Yeah, we're good. Yep.
Just getting underway here in our first half. Remember, running clock until we get to 1 minute remaining. Told you about Jason Stewart getting the start today, and had some motivational words shared on his social media. QB Stu saying this just yesterday: consistency is harder when no one is clapping for you. You got to clap for yourself during those times. Faith without work is dead. Your vision should be the fuel to your marathon. That was his tweet just yesterday. So.
Beautiful. QB Stu, a poet.
Getting his chance here and trying to make the most of it.
MFAM J Holmes says, is Terrell Owens still on the Zappers? No, that's part of the reason that Stewart is on the Zappers, part of that blockbuster trade that happened earlier in the week.
3-team deal, first in league history. 4th and 2 here. Stewart to throw. Let's fly. Wide open. It'll be a touchdown for the Zappers.
There's a fireball.
Bazile from Stewart.
Hey, yeah.
And the choreography.
32 yards on a 4th and 2. Stewart connecting to Bazile for the touch.
You just gotta love when they hit those tight ends into the game and it creates those mismatches on defensive linemen. I mean, he is a wide open. Nice job by Stu. Find a way to get this ball down the field in stride for a touchdown. If he wants claps, those kind of plays are gonna get him all the claps he wants.
Second touchdown of the year for Bazile, the tight end, a season 1 returner. And now we have our man up challenge here. It'll be Stewart working with Hart, going against Stuyvesant Latham.
And they're conferring with a fan who was brought out onto the field to call the route. She looks like she's, what do you think, Devin? Is it a slant?
I don't know.
Oh, slant!
Oh, I knew it.
10 out of 10 fans call the slant. So that one is incomplete, but the Zappers strike first. A new look squad on the heels of a 3-team trade looking for their first win here in season 2.0. And cue the music. Bazile's in. The Zappers are up. First half action here. Zappers and Stars. Zappers in front 6-0. We'll see the Stars on offense momentarily, but there's the combo. Stewart to Bazile. 4 plays, 40-yard drive. It was a 32-yard connect. And Devin, for a guy that's been itching to play, that's got to feel good early.
I mean, without question, you get a 3rd down where you get a little pressure, try to get the ball out, and then you get a 4th down where you completely execute, right? That's what he's been looking to do. Come in with an opportunity to execute. He takes advantage there.
Here's Jarman, handoff, and a nice burst there up the sideline as they go to Tyus Boykin. So right out of the gate, fans going with opportunities for the receivers to take the football and run. As Tyus Boykin, the 25-year-old out of Assumption, is able to take the ball up the sideline.
We've heard that head coach Sean Liotta is adding more plays this week, some plays that actually have been hidden from the defensive units. So the defenses haven't seen some of the new plays that are in the playbook, so fans keep an eye out for those as you're in the app calling plays. Pretty exciting.
Coach Liotta and company really retooling this playbook and adding a lot of exciting plays. But then also, Jeff, we've talked about it, streamlining that playbook so that the same play the fans pick is the play the players are running as far as names go. There was a previous disconnect there.
And it's great because if you're checking out the fan Discord, the players are actually getting in there and discussing plays that they want called, plays that they're running in practice.
Set, go!
2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain for Boykin. Now they go Galloway. Might have been a face mask there up high. And a flag is thrown on the play.
Hey, face mask, we're good, face mask.
That was Jordan Harold coming across defensively.
Yeah.
Personal
Face
foul,
mask.
face mask, defense, 53.
A lot of times that's the issue when you're such a big guy on these smaller or super backs, right? He's reaching straight across, right? He's just reaching across on his own chest, but it just happens to be in the face of Galloway, who isn't the biggest man on the field. He plays huge, but his size, not so much.
That's a look at a replay there, courtesy of Great Clips. Look great, feel great, perform great with Great Clips.
The problem is, Devin, you can't go low with
Can't
G-Way.
go low either.
Keep over you.
What can you do, right? What can you do with? I'm gonna stop. It's too early. It's too early.
That's never
Save
too
that.
early.
Pace yourself.
Set, go!
Jarman on 1st down. Let's fly near side. That's complete, finding Tyus Boykin. So a carry, now a reception for Tyus Boykin.
I've really been impressed with Tyus Boykin, his ability to catch. His catch rate is right. He's not the biggest person on the field, right? These should have been stars or a bunch of munchkins running around making all these big plays. But his ability at only 5'8" to go down and get balls, but also to get those high balls leaping in the air. He's been impressive all season making plays for Slade, the Blade.
Y'all are blocking your ass
So look
off.
there
We're
at
good.
our officials. They'll do our first 2 games today, and then we'll have a second crew come in this evening. Prentice Livingston, our referee.
21 regular, 21 regular. What you want?
And if you want to control the view that you see on the field and you're in our Twitch,
Don't go that wide.
you can use the extension
Don't go that wide.
to check out any
Don't go
camera
that right.
that we're
Rush
using,
up the field.
including that flying drone cam.
Matt,
You can
go.
watch the entire
Flip,
game
flip,
from the
flip.
drone cam's
Flip,
perspective.
flip.
There's the drone cam.
The all-seeing eye of the FCF, the drone cam. 2nd and 5. Direct snap to G-Way to the 15. Turns the corner. He'll get first down yardage or very close to it.
Greg, I'm not 100% sure it's supposed to go like that. I'm not 100% sure. That looks like that ball's trying to be caught by the quarterback, and there goes our guy, Galloway, just making a play yet again. Because why wait for the running back, the quarterback to give it to you? You can just take it yourself.
Yeah, we saw Slade the Blade walk over to head coach Lyotta after that one. I think maybe he was conferring. But here on the screen, you're seeing our rushing leaders from the fans. That's because we keep track of stats for you, the fans, as well. Pesky Cashew. Always Pesky Cashew, always at the top there. But tied with Shoulders Been Starfish. Pretty great name. Nice. But if you call a rushing play and it is successful, your stats go up as well as the players.
Twins
So you can
left,
track your
G
stats
left,
right there on
storm.
the app or at
Twins
fcf.io.
left. Do you want me to run a phase? Yes, phase. G left, storm. G left, storm. Twins left, G left, storm. Ready?
Gonna hear the call from Slade Jarman in the huddle on this first down. So that was a 6-yard gain for Galloway on the direct snap.
Set, go.
And now it's a direct handoff to Galloway. He tries to lower the shoulder and finds himself inside the progressive blue zone, taken down at the 5-yard line. The stop there from Tingy Hill. So we want to give a shout out to our broadcast partners, Twitch, NBC LX, Peacock, and DAZN international viewers. As inside the 10-yard line here in the FCF, that's the progressive blue zone. And on that latest carry, it brings the ball up to the 7.
2nd and 6. Smart play calls here. 2nd and 6.
Jarman waiting for the play call to come in from you, the fans.
Empty big,
so
empty big, empty big.
that's the mechanism here, voted on by you, the fans, and then relayed eventually
30
into
smash,
an earpiece
X delay.
inside the quarterback's helmet.
30 smash, X delay. 30 smash, X delay. On one, ready?
You heard 30 smash delay. Ex-receiver's probably going to delay and then get on the shallow cross.
Jarman in trouble, and he has ripped down Tingy Hill out of nowhere. A straight rush to the quarterback and a big loss for the Stars.
Flew in there.
I mean, this D-block defensive line, I think, is the best in the SCF. And the linebackers joining in, there is no chance for Slade Jarman on that play. Flying in the air, making sure Blade Jarman can't go anywhere.
Saying G-Way is not the only person that can leap over tall buildings in a single bound.
In a single bound.
Flying Hawaiian, if you will, Tingy Hill
There you go.
coming in for the stop.
I think he was hanging loose.
Well done, well done. And so it should have been Stars who were knocking on the door, and now a 10-yard loss on the Jarman sack will set up a 3rd and 16 on the 17. The first down marker is at the 1, so they could get a first down without getting a touchdown. It would be very close. Seventh play of the drive upcoming as we near the 10-minute mark in this first half. Boykin in motion. Instead, Jarman to throw. Rolling out. Throwing across his body, and no one there. Offensive lineman, that's Erlington Jones, sees his helmet fly off as he was protecting Jarman. And now a 4th down on the way.
And once again, this defensive line is just putting a ton of pressure on Slade the Blade, giving him no chance to even look downfield. The should have been Stars try to go play action. If I'm the should have been Stars fans, I would try to stay away from the play action just because it takes time away from Slade the Blade getting a chance to look downfield and find open targets. Subbing in tight ends right now would be a good idea just so they can create that mismatch against the defensive lineman.
I saw some folks in the chat early on before the game started kind of suggesting that maybe this was a bye week for Should Have Been Stars. Anybody who thought that the Zappers weren't going to put up a fight hasn't been paying attention to the league, because These players came to play. It looks like it's not going to be an easy win, if at all, for Should Have Been Stars.
And you get a good defense in the D block, and then you get a quarterback in Stu with a chip on his shoulder, and good things can happen.
Jarman now to the end zone, knocked away at the last second. Good opportunity there for Chris Robb on that 4th down, but defense for the Zappers coming up big.
There was the aforementioned mismatch that I was looking for. They get the ball to him. The catch just has to be made. Great job by number 53, Jordan Harrell, to make sure he breaks that ball up. And as a defender, especially if you may be outmatched athletically, a tight end on a linebacker or a defensive end, you want to try to get to the ball and play through the hands. He does a great job there of snatching those hands away. Even though the ball has been caught, the catch has to be finished. He didn't allow it.
Let's check in with Josh McCouga.
Greg, Jeff, Devin, that Chris Bazile touchdown was something. If you thought that Jason Stewart wasn't going to show up today, if you thought that the Should Have Been Stars were just going to get a bye week like you said earlier, Jeff, you're wrong. Zappers are hungry. They are not out of the playoff picture. Jason Stewart threw a dot. So Beast fans, when you thought you didn't have a quarterback, guess what the Zappers got?
Josh out here trying to get people worked up. They lost their quarterback in the first 3-team trade, lost a quarterback, right? The Zappers in need of one, and as the Zappers offense takes the field for the second time, we see Jason Stewart come back out. Keep in mind, Johnny Manziel is in uniform today. Uncertain when we will see him come on for the first time.
Flip the field. The ball will be placed at the 17-yard line.
So after that 4th down incompletion, Should Have Been Stars decide to use their Wendy's flip the field, and that will give the Zappers the lesser field position. Here's a look at how flip the field works. Essentially, it is similar to a punt, given there is no kicking here in fan control football. Now, important to note, as we see Should Have Been Stars back on defense with this Hitman squad. The Fan Control Football League wants to apologize for issues with the draft this past Wednesday. Basically, the perfect storm when it came to the way the draft worked out, where a series of things happened in succession to literally break the logic of the way the draft was to be carried out through the app, and FCF leadership just as surprised as all the fans. And so it led to KOD getting their first choice on defense, and the Stars getting the group that was left behind, as Harden is there at a play with a short game.
Yeah, Greg, you have such savvy fans in this league. They're on top of all that stuff, maximizing their advantages in the draft. So, this is a league that is growing and reacting to all those things in real time. I've never seen a league as responsive as FCF, changing rules mid-season, changing rules mid-game in Season 1 to react to some irregularities or fan reactions. So it's just another one of those things where, hey, we're learning from it. The draft will reflect that in the future. And they're trying to make right by those teams next week as well.
And I think it's one thing that's always been great about the FCF leadership as we take a look here at the Zappers passing yards from you, the fans. But when those things happen, right, it is new technology. It's an emerging league. When those sorts of inevitable glitches happen from time to time, the founders have always been very straightforward of, hey, we made a mistake, and we're going to make it better.
Yeah.
2nd and 11 here. Go! Stewart to throw. Now he has all kinds of daylight. Gets past the 15, taken down shy of the 20, so he will be short of a first down.
At least at the onset, it looks like Stewart has a very good comfortability of knowing when to take off and when he can keep his eyes downfield. Right there, he didn't have a ton of pressure. Could have stayed in the pocket, but he saw a great lane of green grass where hey, I can go get some back and create this 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3 coming. Fans, don't miss out on a great deal at the FCF merchandise store. Scan that QR code or head to store.fcf.io. Use the promo code GameDay20 and get 20% off your purchase on game day only, though. So you've got to make those purchases today and use the code GameDay20, and you'll save 20%. You can scan the code or head to store.fcf.io.
She somehow got a Bored Apes blouse.
Impressive.
Still does.
Stewart keeps it himself, cuts it back, first down. Jay Stu on the move across the 25.
Stewart can kind of lull you to sleep, right? Even though he's run a few times, he's not known as the runner, but he shows some nifty movement there where he stays, whoop, excuse me, and gets right past and gets just enough to get a first down and a fresh set of downs for the Zappers. And some dance moves too.
Mid-drive dance, I like that.
Let's take a listen in here to QB Stu in the huddle.
Hey, we're going twins right, toss right. Twins right, toss right. I'm going, go. Ready? Toss right.
Every football fan knows that's as simple as it gets. Twins right, toss right, right? Toss to the running back.
Go!
Fumble. Stu has to take it himself to the 20, and he'll be stopped there by Marcus Clayton. So a bobbled snap. Stewart hangs on and is able to pick up a couple.
That's what happens when you call it simple, Devin. When you say it's simple, they make it not simple.
I mean, that makes it an odyssey, you know, but he picks up a good, decent amount of yardage for what should have been a loss on the play.
We got 6 yards.
6-yard gain. You can just hear it from the quarterback himself. The replay there brought to you by Great Clips. Great Clips franchisees employ more than 35,000 stylists, and they provide value-priced, high-quality hair care for men, women, and children.
One thing that I like to mention, you saw the overlay, right, where it was called twins right, toss right, but on the overlay it showed a toss to the left. Well, when you're on the left hash, you want to flip the play, right? And so you flip the play, and so the play goes the opposite way of where the fans initially called.
That's a really good point.
Second and 4. Stewart with time. Wide open, touchdown! What a start for QB Stu! 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This one to Isaiah King, who just joined the Zappers.
I'm trying to inherit the TO role, I think, there. Go into the center star, so to speak.
It's a nice job. The coverage is just busted, where you get a guy going across the field, and they completely leave him wide open. Those crossing routes, especially with the switch release, are very tough to cover because you get 2 guys covering 1 guy because I thought I was supposed to have him and you thought you were supposed to have him, and so nobody has the young man standing on the star. Nice job by number 16, Isaiah King.
19-yard reception.
And
for King.
Isaiah King, another part of that trade, right? You see 2 players that were traded for TO. Part of that that touchdown right there.
Keeping those Zappers playoff hopes alive.
Now, if Isaiah King brings out some popcorn next time out, we know he's truly trying to cover all the TO bases.
Sharpie, maybe?
You should get an over-under on if he's not doing it.
Williams, what a grab into the corner, sliding down for 2. And that is brought to you by Experian Boost, tacking on 2 more points, and the Zappers fans loving it, staying positive, looking for that first win.
That's what you get from Terrence Williams, the ability to go get those 50-50 balls. This even pass interference, and he just takes the ball away from Juju. And how about the throw from Stu? I mean, that is perfectly placed. I mean, nowhere else to throw that football, and a great combat catch. And when I say combat catch, I mean a catch where the receiver is in direct combat with a defender, not like the touchdown we saw by King. Obviously, that is not a combat catch. That combat catch right there by Terrence Williams is what you get from a big receiver such as him.
That other catch, an R&R catch, just to relax and relax.
A little R&R, a little rest and relaxation catch.
We go back to Boykin on the ground. Rusty Becker's there for the stop. Fans, make sure you come out and join us here inside Pullman Yards for Fan Control Football Season 2.0. Head to fcf.tixer.com to get your game day experience passes. We've got more regular season action on the way, postseason coming up quick, great merchandise, food, drink. You're on top of the action. It really is an experience unlike any other here in fan-controlled football.
21 regular, 21 regular.
Zappers fans came to play. I'm seeing a KY3217 in the Twitch chat asking people to join that team Discord, coordinate the play calling. You know, and for an 0-4 team, this fan base wants a win.
Here's the toss. Galloway directing traffic and stumbles. He had eyes on trying to work past Slick Nick, but instead is stopped by Xavier Williamson.
That was a
This D-block defense knows all about Ladarius Galloway. This entire league knows all about Ladarius Galloway. So I think it's going to be on Slade the Blade to find a way to complete some balls and get this offense moving so he can free up some space for Galloway to do all those things he's so good at doing. He can't do that right now because the Zappers essentially has their ears pinned back knowing that, hey, we're going to force Slade the Blade to beat us and not allow Galloway to have those explosive highlight plays and let him beat us.
Empty big, empty big.
Week 1, these two got together. It was a win for the Stars, 20-12. They were up 20-0 before the Zappers tacked on a couple of late scores, including that first FCF touchdown for Terrell Owens.
Set, go.
Different story here today thus far. 14-0 Zappers. That one just behind the receiver. Dokes had thoughts about a one-handed interception, not to be.
I'm telling you guys, this D-line is amazing, right? They always get to the quarterback and timely blitz up the middle. Like, I can't explain to you how difficult it is when you're a quarterback knowing that you are going to get hit in the face every time you throw the ball. Every time he drops back, there's pressure in his face. He has to find a way to move the pocket. I think that the Should Have Been Stars fan base needs to find rollout plays, maybe short rolls, maybe full rolls, to try to get not only a completion for Slade the Blade, but also to absorb some of that pressure that the Zappers are creating for the Should Have Been Stars offensive line.
We told you it's a totally new look Zappers squad with one guy not there anymore. Terrell Owens, you can catch his show later on today, the TO Zone, exclusively on the Fubo Sports Network. Here's Jarman downfield and overthrowing Treval Calvin around the 5-yard line. This Zappers defense, if we compare and contrast the Week 1 matchup to now, of course, we have the 3-team trade. That changed some things up, especially at their quarterback position. We know our defenses now are changing hands every week. The Zappers have gone with this D-block group in weeks 4 and 5. It was the heavy hitters back in week 1, so it is a very different looking group.
For power play, 5th down. Progressive, 5th down.
So this is one of our power plays that the coaches can instigate, can propose to the fan base, but now it is the Should Have Been Stars fans that get to decide whether this happens now or not. Seems like it might be a pretty decent time, right, guys? I feel like this, try to get some momentum, try to get something going and not turn the ball over yet again.
Especially given the deficit, right? 14-0. We're closing in on halftime, just 1:07 left, and you have to try and keep one of those in your back pocket for the second half, and they'd be in position to do that.
The Stars fans have confirmed progressive 5th down.
It is confirmed it'll be a progressive 5th down. So the Stars will stay on offense here and try and convert on this 5th and 7 on their own 13.
Remember, although Slade the Blade is not the greatest runner,
Empty regular.
not the greatest runner in this league, but his legs could help here to pick up this medium distance to try to get a first down on this progressive 5th down.
No, 50.
Ladarius Galloway, innermost receiver to the formation.
5th down, 7 to go. Jarman throwing, intercepted, taken away to the 10, the 5, and bumped out of play. It's Keith Wainwright.
Did it hit you?
He had ideas on the end zone, but he'll take the interception and canceling out a progressive 5th down in a major way with a takeaway.
Take a look at Wainwright, who's the middle linebacker right in front of Jarman. He never even sees him because he stares the receiver down. That's a perfect angle to see that Jarman's eyes go straight out to the wide receiver. The middle linebacker reads his eyes and jumps right underneath. What a play by Wainwright, just doing his job, right? Sitting in the center of the field and then reacting to the quarterback's throw right underneath the dig route. And he starts to celebrate a little prematurely. Maybe could have got himself a touchdown. But what a play to continue on. And now you got Johnny Manziel coming in while they are inside the progressive blue zone.
Hustle there from Abram Holland to save a touchdown, but now it's the Zappers in excellent field position. Johnny Manziel is in, and we'll have more when we come back. A Keith Wainwright interception has set the Zappers up in excellent field position. 1st and goal on the 7, 50 seconds to play here in the first half. And after quarterback Jason Stewart has led his new team to 2 scores, Johnny Manziel is on for his first action here since back in week 2.
The chat is going bonkers right now for Manziel. They want to see a little Johnny football magic.
He's got some magic shoes on with those nice Jordan 1s to match the Zappers uniform. If the shoes are any indication of how he's going to play, he's going to get this ball in the end zone.
Well, it's nice to be able to come in when you're on the 7.
And with a 14-point lead. So everything looking good right now for the Zappers. Keith Wainwright letting us know that was his 3rd interception this season. So waiting for the play call to come in. And this new look Zappers team, I think when this trade first came out, and look, we're still in the first half of the first game since this trade has happened, but a feeling was KOD was the big beneficiary here. The Zappers have looked so strong both on offense and defense. Keep in mind, this was a team, as you get a close look at the kicks, they were only averaging 13 points per game, already sitting here at 14 with halftime approaching. 1st and goal from the 7. Manziel goes handoff. Harden trying to turn that corner, and he will pick up a couple. Deshaun Benton there to help drive him out of play.
When you get Johnny Manziel coming in this situation, what you get is a lot of attention, right? Where the defense is saying, oh, Johnny's in, want to make a play on him. The Heisman Trophy winner from years ago. And it opens up a lot of different spaces for other guys. And then when you give the ball to other guys, it'll start to open up for Johnny. So it's almost the perfect storm for this Stars defense.
I think that's pretty savvy play from the fans to call a run first play Johnny's in, not have him throw right out of the gate. I think that's a pretty smart move.
And remember, Johnny Manziel is one of the most electrifying college players of all time. And so even if you do call a pass play here, his legs are going to save him. If somebody's not there, he can move around and make plays with his Jordan 1s.
The fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Appears like he might not be familiar with this play. The book's changed a little bit since week 2.
I think the Jordan 1s are going to get a lot of work on this play.
He has 1 rushing touchdown already this season. Now he'll go handoff. Thomas spinning, and he is inside the 5. Shunsey Thomas has come on.
Johnny said, what is this? Well, it's just a straight dive right up the middle for the running back. Great job of finding a way to create something, right? Because that defensive end is standing there and waiting for you, and it should be a loss, but a nice job to pick up a couple yards.
Johnny brought his Jordans and his attitude. I love it. His personality intact.
Timeout called here by the should have been Stars with 38 seconds left here in this first half. 3rd and goal now on the 3 for the Zappers, looking to go up 3 scores. So far, they have been excellent on offense. Jason Stewart, 3 for 4, 2 touchdowns, found 2 wide open receivers, able to get past the defense. TD grabs for Bazile and King. And now Manziel on. And because they've scored so quickly, this is actually the Zappers' first trip to the Progressive Blue Zone. Everything's been downfield and in a hurry.
Yeah. Fuck it, line up. Let's run it.
It's like Johnny's going to put those shoes in use for sure here as he sprints out and going to have an option to run it or pass.
Here's Manziel rolling right, throwing back of the end zone. That's caught for a touchdown. Terrence Williams on the pass from Manziel, and the Zappers are rolling.
And the big elbow from the top rope. 3 counts. No kick out.
Johnny Manziel hasn't been here in a couple weeks, but how about the poise, right? I got pressure in my face, move around a little bit, and find it with a nice sidearm sling to Terrence Williams. Look at him keeping the eyes downfield to make sure that he finds an opening, and boom, finds it right there. And Terrence Williams up to the top turnbuckle and the elbow. And then we go 1, 2, 3. There he is. He's out.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Looking like Macho Man from the top rope.
Looking for 2 here. King Easy money. That 2-point boost brought to you by Experian Boost. And did you have the Zappers up 22-0 here in the first half?
Somewhere, Terrell Owens is saying, are there takebacks on the trades?
Already takebacks. It's a nice job of getting lateral on a shallow crossing and get back vertical. That's very important on the slant route, especially because they're run so much in this man-up opportunity. You take that path and then you have to get vertical, and it disarms the defender, and then you can break to the slant. Hopefully we didn't get injured on our celebration, because that would not be good. Martin Gramatica, a lot of people remember Buccaneers kicker, where he goes jumping in the air with great joy and pulls a hammy. Gramatica, don't do that.
Jarman looking to get some back. Quick out to Boykin, reversing field, and he'll be stopped shy of a first down. So Tyus Boykin has been a target here early for Slade Jarman and the Stars. In the hole now, 22-0. 26 seconds left here in the first half.
We had Slade the Blade Jarman on the Fan Controlled show last night, and he was talking about their first loss last week and how much it affected him. He said he wasn't right until Tuesday afternoon from that Saturday game. That he does not like losing, so I can't imagine being down 22. He's feeling very good at this point.
Yeah, hopefully they don't allow that first loss to turn into two, right? You can't let one team beat you twice. And to this point in the game, we just haven't seen the Slay the Blade Jarman that we've seen all season as far as being so efficient and knowing exactly where to put the ball and making those timely throws. He just hasn't been able to do it just yet. We haven't seen the Blade come out. Let's see if he can try to put something together here to end this half and then go in the second half with a new sense of urgency and opportunity.
Rush coming, Jarman lets fly. That is complete. Out to Antonio Turner. So Slade Jarman, who came into the weekend with just under 300 yards passing on the season and 3 touchdowns and a pick. To your point, an opportunity here to really increase that output.
You can see that the Zappers are playing soft defense and bringing pressure, right? Great job by Slade the Blade Jarman, standing in the pocket, seeing the pressure coming right in his face, and finding the soft coverage and throwing a nice curl route to the outside.
Let's hear more from the Blade in the huddle.
Yep.
The Blade needs to realize right now that the defense is going to tighten up. The closer you get to the press of blue zone and the end zone, the defense is going to tighten up and not allow those
21 regular. No. Hey, 50 Fox, pig cross. You got the dig. Pig cross, 50 Fox, pig cross. Ready?
A lot of animals in that play call. got a pig, got a fox, and you got a dig, which is not an animal, but
The whole barnyard.
20 seconds to go, first half. Jarman to the end zone, diving, hauling it in. Tyus Boykin, the Stars are on the board. Third grab for Boykin. This one good for 20 yards and a touch.
I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I said I love Boykin, his ability to have range. At only 5'8", look at the range where he dives. That makes it so much easier for a quarterback, knowing that the ball doesn't always have to be perfect, but he lays out and catches the ball. It's no question if it's a catch or not. Very nice job by Boykin, helping these should-have-been Stars and his quarterback get into a groove right before the half.
Now, Jarman and Boykin, they established their bond way back in week 1. They were winners of the King of the Hill battle during our Wednesday night draft, and they've kept.
You got Darius Dokes here, but he has to be just shaking in his boots.
Galloway.
I mean, I would not want to have to line up in front of Ladarius Galloway one-on-one. It's just not fair at this point.
If he wasn't shaking in his boots, Galloway gave him a little shake.
He gave him a little shake for sure.
2-point edition brought to you by Experian Boost, and the Stars battling back in the hole 22-0, and they're on the board now.
I mean,
sick.
That lower body explosion and lateral quickness. Darius Dokes is one of the best defenders in this league, and he doesn't have a chance. He's one of my favorite players, but there's no chance when you got Ladarius Galloway coming up on you from 5 or 6 yards away.
And how important here for the Stars to get a little something back before halftime.
Yeah, I mean, it's very important. They might have left a little bit too much time, though, right? You got a very hot Stewart coming back on the field with 15 seconds, and with the rules, the clock is going to stop after every play, so you can get 3 or 4 plays out of this.
Stu, not hot on this play, ripped down from behind. The quarterback sack is there for Justin Foster. And that's been one of the few times in this first half where everything hasn't clicked for the Zappers.
So when you're trying to get down the field, it's a little longer developing play, and the defensive end does a great job of getting outside and getting to the quarterback extremely quickly. Stewart didn't have a chance.
Justin Foster leads fan-controlled football with now 6 sacks on the year. He is first in the league in sacks. He is second in tackles coming into the day. So the big man from Samford University has been a force from the jump.
But again, a sack in our league in the last 30 seconds isn't a drive ender necessarily. It's clock stops after every down.
Oh, okay. 51 Gentile.
Zappers looking to close this first half with a flourish after playing so well. 22 points thus far. Now time for Stewart. He'll try and take it himself and won't get very far. Runs right into Cameron Hall.
He saw the soft coverage from the Stars and all his routes going deep, right? All right, go get a few more yards, and you'll have time for at least one more play, maybe even 2 if you get the ball out quickly to end the half.
He had a cross.
This has actually been where they're fairly comfortable. If you look at their touchdowns so far, 32-yard connect to Bazile. They found King for 19. Not afraid of the long ball here, and they might need it with 5 seconds left.
On paper today, this might have looked like the weakest matchup, but I'm loving how this chat is going crazy. We got very dedicated fans for both these clubs. These are OG teams. I mean, these are the teams that you can go and be a fan of right now. If you download the app or go to fcf.io, completely free, you can call plays too.
5 seconds left, third down. First half winding to a close. Stewart running, throwing, cross-body. That one is incomplete as time expires in this first half. So the Stars have the final word, punching one in, adding a 2-point conversion, but the Zappers, they come to play. Manziel back, Stewart in, and the offense clicking for this squad, looking for their very first win here in season 2.0. We've reached the half in our first game of week 5. We will take a timeout.
It's like FCF, but like without football.
I've learned that Devin and I should be best friends.
That's right. Did we just become best friends?
I think so.
Jarman to start off our second half.
Want to go do karate in the garage? Yep.
They say incomplete. Jarman in disbelief as he was looking for Boykin.
Fan review? Fan review?
Asking for a fan review.
Not sure we're going to get that. We'll see. Looks
sure
like Coach Lauda's calling for it as well.
I'm sure the quarterback can instigate that, but I guess when you're Slade the Blade, you can.
Well, while we get that sorted out, fans, don't miss your chance to be here inside Pullman Yards. This historic venue has been custom built to house fan-controlled football. You can get your experience passes now. Head to fcf.tixer.com. These folks having a good time. Get yourself some FCF merchandise, some food, some drinks, and check out the action up close and personal at fcf.tixer.com. Well, there you go. Last play is officially under further review. Here's a look back. First glance there, does look like Boykin is sitting out of bounds as he catches that. Let's take a second look, though. May have had that gathered up before he...
Yet again, Boykin going and getting every throw. I mean, it's not a great throw. It's down. He has his knee down in bounds and then secures the catch before sitting out of bounds. I think that's going to be a catch.
Well, it's up to the fans. You can vote right now in the app. There's a lot of disagreement here in the chat. Shock and Awe says no catch. D-Bomb says his leg was in. It's a catch. See how the vote comes down.
It is fun, Jeff, to look at the Twitch chat and see literally comment 1, yes, comment 2, no. It's just going back and forth. Shelf Gamer says literally out of bounds.
That's tough.
That knee looks clear in bounds to me now. The question is that back foot out of bounds? That will be the question there because the knee is clearly in bounds and the ball's secure before he falls completely out of bounds.
It's like that gluteus has got a little air between the ground before.
The fans have ruled, overturned the ruling of no catch. It was a catch at the yard line.
I
We
think they got it
got
right.
ourselves a catch.
Got ourselves a catch. I think they did get that one right. And great job by Boykin finding a way to keep his body in bounds and go down and scoop that ball off the turf.
Set, go.
So mark it down as a 7-yard grab. Jarman to Boykin. Jarman to throw again, looking much longer to the end zone, and laying out was Boykin. Just a little out ahead as Xavier Williamson was giving chase.
His catch radius is large, not that large. Right, just unable to get to that one, lays out, and I love the effort, right? He is sprinting down this field. How many times have we seen Boykin hit the ground, and he's still giving it everything you got, sprinting with everything, and dives, and he comes up just short of making another spectacular catch.
Second look here, courtesy of Great Clips. Follow Great Clips for tricks, tips, and trends. Now, we've talked about Jarman and Boykin, definitely often lean on your quarterback experience. When you have a receiver you're comfortable with, what sort of confidence can you build with one guy?
I haven't been counting, but that's 5 targets in a row, right, for Boykin. And as a quarterback, I had a receiver named Jeremy Gallo, where we would go into the indoor and throw all the time, and I could throw it to him with his eyes closed, and that with my eyes closed, and that comfortability gives you the opportunity to have like almost a safety blanket.
Here's Jarman and throwing into double coverage, trying to find Antonio Turner this time. Zappers all over it. Jarman frustrated as that brings up 4th down.
You see the pressure's back on. Jarman tries to create, and like we just talked about, his guy is Boykin, right? So he's going to be just a little bit more on target to Boykin than he is to other receivers, and so that's the blessing and the curse, right? Because Boykin's a little tired, he has to come out for a play, and now it's a critical 3rd down.
Here are your fan stats, our passing leaders for Should Have Been Stars. Of course, these are broken down by team because you designate the team you're going to be a fan of. Ghost Hunter 1974, great year for Ghost Hunters. At the top there with 380 passing yards.
4th and 3 now.
Set, go.
Jarman, big rush is on. Has enough mobility to get the first down to the 25, the 20, and he is taken out of play. With a nice gain, Slade Jarman pulls it down and takes off to pick up the first.
Pull me once, shame on me. Not gonna get Blade Jarman again, and that is a nice job of being patient, allowing Wainwright to come right down the middle, which we've seen a bunch, giving that little flash fake with the ball, and then sneaking right past him to go pick up a first down.
Slade the Blade out of Division II Fort Valley State University as we get a second look here on the carry, and
That was a big hit at the end there,
Yeah,
right
takes a
underneath
shot.
us too. Felt that.
Twins right, G right, Storm. Hey, no, come here. No, come here. You pull him. Indy right, Storm. Ready? Hey, lock onto him.
Indy Wright looks like they're going to try to get the ball back in the hands of Darius Galloway after Blade has shown the ability. There it goes again.
right direct snap to Galloway. Breaks out the hurdle across the 10-yard line. Only a matter of time before he is going to hurdle.
No, it's going to be only a matter of time before he's inside one of those booths having drinks with the fans. Here at Fan Control Football, the players might be able to come inside your booth while the play is going. As he gets on the outside, great job, up and almost into the booth he goes.
I've heard of catching a foul ball, but catching a player is something else.
That leap puts those Should Have Been Stars into the progressive blue zone.
Where you just might catch Ladarius Galloway, so look alive.
Look alive. Heads up, head on a swivel.
50 spots.
On the 9. 2nd and 1, so they can get a first down here with just a short gain.
You got the dig. Ready? On one. Hey, you got
Stars,
the cross.
real chance here to
Hey,
get
get
right
ready to
back in
leak
the
out.
mix after falling down 22-0.
You heard Jarman say, hey, you got the dig, right? So I would imagine it's coming from the outside. He has to make sure he uses his eye to hold the linebacker.
Jarman throwing, complete, touchdown to Robb. Finds the tight end and eluded the rush all at once. And Slade the Blade has brought his team back within 1 score.
Really thought that was going to be a sack there.
It looks like Slade the Blade has gotten very comfortable early in the drive to pick up a first down. You saw him deal with the blitz very calmly, flash fake, go pick up a first down, and then here when they get down to the progressive blue zone, he does a good job of eluding the rush and calmly giving a nice soft toss to the tight end. I think he's settled in and found his groove here in this game. Take a look here. This is another look. Just getting outside just enough, finding his wide open tight end running across the field.
2-point try.
After the touchdown, looking for two. Jarman and Calvin. To the corner, a rocket. Calvin hauls it in. 2-point addition brought to you by Experian Boost. Tight end showing out today. Second tight end touchdown in this one. And we have ourselves a game. 22-16. Zappers in front. The Stars have scored 16 unanswered. A beautiful throw. Calvin the recipient. It's back to the Zappers when we return.
I love it. I love it. That gravity, those tight ends use that gravity on those gloves.
Looks like we'll have a flag here.
False start, offense, number 40. 5-yard penalty, remain first down.
False start there against the Zappers. Well, if you're the Zappers, you started ahead 22-0. Feeling real good about turning the tide here in a game. It is as close as you'll get to must win. When you think about hopes for a playoff berth at now 0-4. Now they find themselves in a battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, one-on-one,
you guys
one-on-one.
talked up the tight end so much. Tight end Chris Brazile kind of was a little itchy there. He might have been getting the ball on that last play.
Go!
5-yard penalty, 1st and 15. Stu to throw, picked off, a pick six! The Stars are in!
Oh no. QB Stu.
Deshaun Benton. And they'll take it on down to the Wendy's cam to celebrate because they have scored 22 unanswered to tie this game.
This is just a miscommunication. You're going to see number 40, the tight end, coming across the field on a shallow cross. And when he sees a defender, he looks to turn it up, let it run. He looks to turn it up and looks away from the ball, and Stu just throws the ball. It goes as an interception in the stat book for Stu, but he thinks that the tight end is looking. The tight end is looking, but at the last second, he turns his eyes away, and it's a pick six.
The Stars fans have confirmed a 2-point try.
Third interception on the season for Deshaun Benton out of East Carolina. He had a fumble recovery touchdown earlier this season, adds a pick six. He's got his team tied with the Zappers now looking to add. That's a one-hand grab and a beauty. Hauled in by the Stars and Levi Shetler. And that Experian Boost nudges the Stars ahead of the Zappers. 24-22, they take their first lead of the day.
Man, it should have been something. The DB should have been looking because that ball's thrown right past his ear for a touchdown or extra point score.
Not a great series for Brazile back there. False start,
Yeah.
and then
Should have been looking as well,
Yeah.
right? He should have been looking because that ball was going straight to him. And the thing is about routes and different combinations, a lot of times you're reading through the route together at the quarterback and the wide receiver or tight end. And it looks like Brazile just read something different, right? He read a guy in the flat, he's going to turn it up, while the quarterback, Stewart, saw that he's going to get that ball to him quickly.
They keep it on the ground now with Thomas on the carry. They'll get across the 15, falling forward for a couple. Oh, Jeff, if you're that Zappers fan base in the chat right now, your world's been turned upside down. You were in front 22-0, now down 2.
yes, and they've seen this all season. Their hopes get dashed. A lot of game yet to play, but already the calls for Manziel to come back into the game. We'll see if that happens or not.
Stewart with his second pick on the season on that last possession. Quick score for Deshaun Benton, and now we'll try and turn things around here. I want to give a shout out and a thank you to our broadcast partners here in the FCF, Twitch, NBCLX, Peacock, and for those watching internationally, DAZN. Thomas with a 7-yard pickup, sets up a 2nd and 3. Quick out, that's good to Williams. Williams, a first down, and then looked to stumble a bit, falls across the 25, but he's got the first down.
once again, nice job by Stewart finding the soft coverage and getting the ball out quickly, right? After throwing an interception, you know, as a quarterback, you have to come back and get yourself back into a groove, whether it's your fault or not. It's a great job of him doing that, as you can see Juju is down on the field.
Official.
That's right underneath us here. Julian Charles is down hurt, and the training staff will come out to look at the cornerback. With 13:25 to play. Now he's back on his feet and getting off under his own power. I think the trainer trying to slow him down a little bit, make sure he gets that looked at properly. So he's off the field, and substitution for the Stars.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man. Regular. Twins right, 51 Fox.
Got a substitution at corner.
Pick cross on one-on-one. Ready.
When you're playing football, you almost always have to attack him. You can see Terrence Williams walking to the top of your screen. He's going to be matched up against a subbed-in cornerback, and I would go there.
That was Marcus Clayton, who just came on to replace Charles on a first down. Stewart, quick out to Thomas, wide open to the 10, cuts it back. Chauncey Thomas, end zone touchdown, Zappers. An important response for the Zappers after the Stars reeled off 24 unanswered. Chauncey Thomas comes back with a 22-yard run for a score.
Very nice response. Very nice response. We take a look at it. You're going to see Stewart. He's going to look to the top of your screen, try to get the ball to Williams because he knows the mismatch. And then as he scans across, he sees that he has his running back wide open and able to make a guy miss and find a way to get into the end zone. And then he channels his inner Soldier Boy with his celebration dance. It was very nice.
Yeah. I believe Soldier Boy is en route.
Super soaked that. Oh! Very nice. Very nice response there for Stewart.
Harden now. Couldn't hang on. Defense from behind and knocked that one away. And so it stays a 4-point game right now. Zappers pull back in front 28-24. We talked about quarterbacks and who would go. Now, it's primarily been the QB Stew show as we look at numbers here. Manziel playing briefly, but a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I mean, you go 1 for 1 and a touchdown. I mean, that's about as good as you can do, right? It's 100%. But on the other side, Jason Stewart has shown that he is a force to be reckoned with in the league. And if he can continue with this poise and this type of play, he's going to find himself, especially next year or as the season goes on, if the Zappers can stay in it, a very hot commodity at the quarterback position.
I just love looking at this chat with this fan base. 0-4 Zappers, they still have the passion. We got Laser 107 saying, "What up, Stars? Two can play at this game." We're in a battle. You guys said it before. It's a battle now.
There's Manziel. We'll see if Heat returns at some point. Low snap here. Jarman shovels that off to Boykin. He's going nowhere fast. The defense there in a hurry. Nate Bresson coming across for the stop. Under 12 and a half to play in this second half.
The snap was on the floor.
Keep in mind, the Stars lost to the winless Kingpins last week. That was the Kingpins' first victory, 28-18. So Stars did not want to, again, give someone their first win here in season 2.0.
Hate to be the team that gives the Ophers their first W.
Yeah, the Zappers need a ton of help. And if the Stars continue on the rate that they're going right now, I mean, that's the type of help they need, where they need a team to lose every single game from here on out, and it will start here today.
Yeah, Zappers already bouncing back from what was a 28-0 loss last week to the Beasts. Jarman gets rid of it in a hurry. That's complete. Falling down out of play, Antonio Turner.
This Zappers defense has been pretty consistent in the way they're playing. They're trying to create pressure with the linebacker running right down the middle. But it seems like the should have been Stars are doing a great job of having these short routes right on time when the pressure comes. Now, the thing that the Zappers can do is create collisions right at the line of scrimmage with the cornerbacks, pressing those receivers so that they're not such clear releases. And now you're going to force Jarman to either make a play with his legs or find a way to throw that ball with pressure in his face.
Fans, don't miss your chance to save on fan-controlled football merchandise. Use the promo code GameDay20 and scan the QR code or head to store.fcf.io and save 20% off your purchase, but on game day only. So you need to shop today and use the code GameDay20. You can get the rock, paper, scissors shirt, a hat, maybe something for your favorite team, the Stars or the Zappers. Here's Jarman, eludes one, finds his man, Tyus Boykin.
Good job, baby.
Reception number 5 for Tyus Boykin. I mean, he just continues to make every single catch thrown his way. If he can touch it, he's going to catch it.
8 targets, 5 grabs, 54 yards, and a touchdown. The latest, a 14-yard gain for Boykin.
Hey, be ready. Be ready.
I know what my time is.
I got you.
As you're watching them wait for the play, a reminder that if you want to call plays, both of these teams, OG teams, you can call for free. All you got to do is point your phone at that QR code in the upper left-hand corner. It'll take you right to the app. Download it, decide which team you want to support, and then you can help call the plays on the field.
Sticks. Yeah.
Under 10 to play. Second half, 28-24 Zappers. Stars on the move.
Set, go.
Jarman throwing right in the face of Hill, gets rid of it in time, and is able to find Antonio Turner. Well, we've talked quarterbacks. Let's revisit Josh McCouga, now standing by with Johnny Manziel.
What's up, fellas? Here with Johnny Manziel, back for some Zappers action. Johnny, T.O. not on the team anymore. Terrence Williams had a heck of a touchdown. Chris Bazile, how you feeling about the team right now?
I'm feeling great. I mean, we obviously had our best first half that we've had this season. Came out a little sluggish to start the second, but we're in a good position right now. If our defense can get a stop, I think we can come out and win this game and get our first win of the season.
What do you think about Stu back there, quarterback?
Stu's look great, man. I'm glad he's on our team. You know, that's what we've been trying to look. Me and Bob and the rest of the guys throughout the rest of the week, making sure we have some other quarterbacks here since I'm not playing every single week. So we finally got somebody who can come out here and sling the pill like we want, and so far so good.
You heard it here, Johnny Manziel. Plus, he's got the matching J's to go with the Zappers. Check it out. Check it out.
Hard count from Jarman. They get back. He fires, incomplete, and well, for all the amazing grabs for Tyus Boykin, one that hit him right in the numbers, he couldn't hang on, he immediately signals my fault.
It is the announcer's curse. Said if he can touch it, he's gonna catch it. Well, he touched that when it's in the middle of his breadbasket, and he does not catch it. I think you said it exactly right. He's used to making a spectacular catch.
Yeah.
So the routine one is it's just a little more difficult.
He needed to leap in some kind of fashion in order to grab that one.
Fans, don't forget to submit your Gatorade Player of the Game nomination. You can start nominating now exclusively in the Twitch chat. A lot of choices here. Not to sway you, but in every game Ladarius Galloway has played in, he has been the Gatorade Player of the Game. 3 games played, 3 Player of the Game honors. Is it QB Stu? Is it?
Oh no, he's got some makeup. He's got some ground to make up in this one because even his own quarterback, 9 of 17, 91 yards, touchdown. So he's getting Boykin as well, right?
Yeah, Boykin might be a candidate.
Touchdown.
Set, go.
It goes back to Boykin on the ground, and beautiful tackling right there from Dokes.
You know how I love me some Dokes. He's a tackling machine. Does a great job of reading this play from the safety position, not getting in tight from the jet sweep action from the running back or super back. Great job of, that's a form tackle, right? You get your face on the ball, takes this guy to the ground. Very nice job, because Boykin is not an easy guy to get in the open field, but Dokes is able to do it there.
You don't think Dokes is excited to be back on the field?
Absolutely.
Love that.
Missed last week at the University of West Alabama, and has been one of the top defensive players when available here in fan control football. To stop there, that brings up a 4th down. So now 4th and 1. You can see the power-up icons at the top of your screen there. Should have been Stars. They used 2 of their 3 in the first half, so they're still sitting on the power play. That would give them the 7-on-6 advantage. We get a whistle now and a timeout, it looks like.
First timeout of the second half, Stars.
So it is a timeout called by the Stars. We've talked about this occasionally. The coaching staff has to run the play that you, the fans, call. The one measure they have to ask you to pick a new play is to call a timeout.
Yeah, calling the timeout from the coaching staff prompts you again in the app to re-pick your play. So sometimes the coaches exercise that, right? But yeah, this is the danger of using that progressive 5th down early in the game is you get into this back and forth battle where you may need that power up, and now it's not available to the should have been stars.
And the Zappers, they have banked all of their power ups, perhaps sensing this would not be as easy as it might have first looked.
Hey,
Also, big, right?
Yeah.
When you're up 22-0.
Long touchdowns up to we're good. No need to use our power-ups.
Could work to their advantage here with 6:36 to play. Jarman, looks like he tries to take it himself. He does. Ball's ripped out. Fumble. It's picked up. They're going to probably lose some yards here. The big man, Abram Holland, tries to rumble forward with that. We'll see where he is spotted after the carry.
It's like Jarman and Galloway both wanted the ball there.
It did seem like there was a little confusion on who would take that football.
How about this defense? Even without the fumble, there's no chance of Jarman getting this first down. He is stonewalled right at the line of scrimmage with no chance. And then you see the gang tackling of the Zappers snatching the ball out. I mean, what a play.
Credit Tingy Hill for ripping that one out. Good job by Holland to recover it.
Holland just bashing into people.
What a fourth down stop for that Zappers defense. Johnny Manziel clamored for it. He said, hey, if our defense can get a stop here, we can drive down and maybe have a chance at winning our first game of the season. The defense stands tall, and now the Zappers are back out, led by Johnny Manziel.
There's Slick Nick. You know, he says that the D&D block stands for disruption. And we have seen that in full effect in this game.
I mean, every week, right? You see Slick Nick making play after play after play, him and that defensive line and that defense as a whole. They've been really fun to watch all season.
Now he's blowing kisses to the crowd after the Zappers defense comes up huge. They forced turnover on downs, as Jeff pointed out, with that progressive fit down used in the first half. No chance to use it here is Commissioner Ray Austin looking on. And speaking of folks who appreciate a good defensive stand.
Yeah. The DB in the NFL himself.
Hey, looks like he might be able to still play, right?
Well, we've been trying.
That's what I always tell him, Ray. You are just a couple of moments away from playing in one of these games. He's always walking the field. Lots of excitement. Here's Manziel. That's batted down. Nicely done. The bat down from Quindarius Coles, then he gives the money Manziel gesture after he bats it away.
He's been waiting his entire life to do that. That's a great play by him where he is just sitting, biding his time, can't get to the quarterback, waiting, and he sees the ball come out and jumps up and bats it down. That's a defensive lineman's dream. You got to make sure, if you can't get to the quarterback, make sure you get eyes on him and jump up, bat it down.
I love Manziel there. Just like, yeah, got to give it to you, man. Good stuff.
That replay brought to you by Great Clips. Great Clip Salons are walk-in, no appointments necessary. Well, fans, we told you Terrell Owens not on this Zappers team anymore. He's been traded to the Knights of DJ. We'll see him later on today, and you can catch the TO Zone. The exclusive coverage begins on the Fubo Sports Network starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can catch TO with KOD, and he'll hang around and commentate on the last game of the night exclusively on the Fubo Sports Network. Second down. Here's Manziel rolling right, throwing across his body, and a little short there looking for Isaiah King. Third down and upcoming.
See Johnny Manziel trying to channel his inner Johnny football from back in the day. Just a little short trying to get the ball to King running across the field. I've talked about it ad nauseum almost this entire season where, you know, for so many years, it's teaching quarterbacks, don't throw across your body, don't throw across your body. Well, you practice these throws, and if a guy's open across the field, you have to get it to him, and that's what Johnny's trying to do there. Just a bit short, but a safe throw.
Open up, give him some room. We're going straight down the middle. Hey.
21 regular. Trip right, 51.
Hard.
Fox did cross. Fox did cross. 51, first down.
Play call into Manziel's helmet. They're ready now on a 3rd and 10. Pivotal play here. Zappers only up 4. 4:16 to go, second half. Manziel will have time. Incomplete. The receiver, Bazile, was there, tried to turn it upfield, but did not have the ball.
Since that earlier Bazile touchdown, he struggled, right?
Yeah.
You get the false start, and then the miscommunication with Stewart on the shallow cross where he kind of turns his eyes away from the ball, and it's an easy interception for the should have been Stars. Let's see if he can't find a way to get himself back into the groove and use his big frame and mismatch ability to help the Zappers pick up a first down here on 4th and 10.
Manziel complete on his first pass, 0 for his last 3, the latest there on the attempt out to Bazile. Clock will keep running until we get to 1 minute left here. So Zappers with an opportunity to try and go back in front by 2 scores. Remember, no field goals here in fan-controlled football. You've got to put it in the end zone. 4th and 10. Zappers still have their progressive 5th down. Manziel rolling right. He'll keep it himself and will slide down. Took a pretty good shot, shy of the 25, and he will get the Zappers fairly close to a first down.
Nice job by Johnny with nice awareness, knowing you still have that progressive 5th down, putting his team in position to use it where you go and you make up a short 5th down and 3rd and 2. Sees nobody downfield that gets.
Are looking for a progressive 5th down. They're voting for a progressive 5th down.
Fan vote is on for the progressive 5th down. Highly likely this gets approved. And to your point, Devin, Zappers essentially playing as if they had the 5th down already secured.
Absolutely. Puts themselves in position to pick up a fairly easy, right, 5th and 2, something only heard here at Fan Control Football. 5th down and 2.
2:52 left. Second half. Good start here to week 5. 4 big games on the way. We talk about the playoff picture taking shape. Zappers want to be part of that illustration here right now at 0-4.
How about this, right? 2-5-2. Right? 2 minutes.
Zapper fans have voted for a progressive 5th down.
2-5-2. Quarterback number 2. 5th down and 2. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Right? It's a good omen, right? He has to get it, right?
Just like the Mayans predicted. Progressive 5th down is on. And the Zappers have more than doubled their points per game coming into this one now.
I'm going to say this is a touchdown on this play, right? Everything is aligned, right?
All right.
2:52 left to go. Well, it was 2:52 and when we stopped. And then it's 5th down and 2. The quarterback's wearing number 2.
50.
I mean,
I love this prediction.
I'm going touchdown.
You heard it here first.
Let's see if the lizard people call the right play.
5th down, approaching the 2-minute mark.
Certainly queued up for that. We got trips left.
Here's Manziel, rushes on, he eludes it, he'll get the first down, so no touchdown, but he keeps the drive rolling.
Johnny, we talked about this. Get a touchdown when I say you're going to score a touchdown. Great job by Johnny, knowing what he needs to get, eyes downfield, and find a way to go get 2 yards.
Good job. I know.
Right, that's why I call it fairly easy. When you have a quarterback that has the ability to run, great job of ball security, get 2 yards, get out of bounds.
So the 5th down works as intended, allows the Zappers to keep their drive alive. You see the top of your screen there, the icons in yellow still available. So Zappers still have their 7-on-6. They still have their Wendy's hit the field. Stars still with their 7-on-6. Let's hear more from Johnny Manziel.
Let's go. Twins left.
Play call coming in now via
Twins left,
the
Indy
headset.
right, Storm. Twins left, Indy right, Storm. On 1st down.
Defensive end needs to stay disciplined here because there's going to be a read option situation for Johnny.
But before we get to that, we
1
have
minute
reached 1 minute left.
Timeout.
So 1 minute to go in this second half. Zappers up 4. They've got the football and threatening. We're back to Atlanta after this. Welcome back to fan-controlled football, week 5, 1 minute left. Zappers in front 28-24. Here's a look at the overall fan IQ for the Zappers.
Yeah, you've seen that we track rushing yards for fans, passing yards for fans, touchdowns for fans, but also fan IQ. This is the cumulative score of all the things you do engaging with FCF. On that app, Richard K at the top there, that's engaging with the draft on Wednesdays. That's calling plays on Saturdays. It's a whole range of things that can boost your fan IQ and actually give you some real benefits. So download that app. All you got to do is point your camera at that QR code or visit fcf.io to get involved.
Could be Dr. Richard Kimball then, Richard K. Top
Hey,
of the
does the
list.
clock? Hey,
He's searching
clock
for the
stops
one-armed
after
man.
every play inside of 1 minute, or only when we get out of bounds?
I think after every play, huh? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, bro. My
A
bad.
little clarification there from the huddle on the timing rules. It'll run for the next 30 seconds if they're inbounds.
Is to remove one player, number 8, from the field of play for one series or a touchdown or a change of possession.
6 people out there, holy fucking hell.
You might have to just run it, bro.
So the latest power-up has been called a 7-on-6
Twins
for
left.
the Zappers.
Z
They
left Storm.
hung on to their power-ups, as you guys pointed out. They didn't need them early on when they were rolling along here up 22-0. They have them now, and it gives them a one-player advantage. As you see our power play rules here, one-player advantage until you get a first down, a touchdown, or a turnover.
Defensive advantage is going to be big here. Number 50 from Darius Coles.
Manziel gets rid of it in a hurry, and he was feeling the rush. It was Mo Green.
It's impressive with the power play and the disadvantage of only having 6 players, still being able to get quick pressure on the quarterback.
Just under 1 minute to play now in the second half. 7th play of this drive coming for the
We're just
Zappers.
gonna press bail all day.
Remember, with our timing rules, very likely the Stars will get an opportunity here to do something.
Empty left, big. Trip left. Trips left, pace. 30
A
smash.
time-consuming drive here late in this second half. Nearing 5.5 minutes.
Looks like it's going to be a pass play called here, and it's smart because when you have that running quarterback with the 7-on-6 advantage, nobody can account for the quarterback. So if Johnny Manziel can find a lane, he'll have a lot of green grass to run.
Manziel in trouble now, stumbling, gets away from the rush and throws it up into the Aoki booth rather than take the big sack. And that Stars defense, what could have been Quindarius Coles, was close to a quarterback sack.
Man, is it the shoes? Right? If he's dead to rights, he goes right, left, and then he goes back left. Oh, no. Here goes. But if he would have realized that those guys were on the ground, he would have been able to hold on to the ball and maybe run for a touchdown.
Yeah, we didn't see it there, but Manziel having fun out there, going out and congratulating the DB, laughing and smiling. I love to see that, too.
Absolutely.
Don't let it be up to the defense. Let's go. Come on.
Big.
You can hear in the huddle, everybody clap. Don't let it be up to the defense, right? Let's end the game here with the
30
touchdown.
Poco. 30 Poco. First down. Poco, yeah.
Manziel confirming that play with Williams on this third down on the 24.
The defensive backs are doing a good job of trying to keep eyes on
Manziel to Harden. Harden circling under it, and he couldn't come up with the football. He had the defenders beat.
He just didn't see it. He didn't see that the ball was in the air.
Yeah, you can see Johnny just gets the ball up quickly because he knows it's essentially zero coverage, and when it's zero coverage, the ball has to come out. And James Harden looks like he's going on a corner route, but Johnny throws him on a straight slot fade. Bit of a miscommunication there from both guys. But you can go right back to that play because it's still the 7-on-6 advantage, and James Harden is the fastest guy on the field, right? He's going to run fast whichever DB lines up in front of him, and if he goes in that slot fade, he has an opportunity to catch a touchdown.
50 big.
This is why it's smart to call that power play on first down, because you get 4 shots at it.
30 smash. 30 smash.
Fourth down here.
First down,
Keep in mind the 5th down is gone. They could flip the field if this one doesn't work out. So, although at midfield it won't make a huge difference. Here's Manziel. Goes quick to Williams. Williams to the 20, to the 15, dragging bodies, and it looks like he'll pick up a first down. What a move from Terrence Williams.
Effort.
The chat's not going to be happy. The far referee called him at the 15-yard line. The near referee called him at the 14.
First down line the game.
Oh, this has got to go to review, right?
You can already see Coach Latta asking for a review.
First and 10.
That looked to be a great individual effort from Terrence Williams.
And because we don't go on half-yard lines, I think they're going to give it to him. He fights, and I think he gets right to the edge of the 14-yard line, and that's what this near referee saw, but he was allowed to be overruled by the far referee. Let's take a look at it here. Won't get a clear look at it from this angle, but just to see the fight and the ability to get the ball out quickly so you can allow your receiver to get some run after catch, and him just fighting and giving everything he's got. And he puts that hand down. Let's see if he stretches far enough to try to get to the edge of that 14-yard line.
It's the elbow that hits first, right there.
If we get one right there, that's close. That's very close. It's going to be up to the fans. I think he got it. From our vantage point, we're right down this 15-yard line here in the booth. It looks like he did get the first down.
All the Zappers players on the field now looking up at the Jumbotrons.
Johnny believes that they got it. Here's a great look.
Oh, yeah, this is
right
good.
down the line, kind of like our view. And this is what I saw, right? Reach.
Yep.
Right there at the edge of the 14-yard line, which would give him the first down in FCF.
And you clarify importantly, we don't spot the ball on half-yard lines.
That's a great effort. Look at him.
Yeah, just across the 15-yard line, so it's up to the fans, though.
After review, the fans have overruled the play. Runner made a first down. First and 10, Zappers.
Overturn that play. It was up to you fans, and you determined it was a first down.
Wow, Bryant liking it too.
Yeah, Kelly Bryant injured, unavailable this week, but in support of his squad, the Zappers keep their drive alive with under 30 seconds to play in the second half. Now a first down on the 14.
This chat is going off right now, Devin. The Zappers fans feeling it. They're feeling this W.
Reminder that the power play is over, so the Stars now have 7 defenders back on the field. So that advantage with the quarterback, nobody accounted for the quarterback, has been eliminated unless the Stars choose to play a zone defense.
So interesting, you know, we started this game with you guys talking about those two quarterbacks in split screen. It's really how they've run their offense. Two quarterbacks splitting their time.
Both being successful in different ways. Right now we got Johnny Manziel.
10th play of this drive for Manziel and the Zappers. Rush is on. Manziel lets fly up to Williams, and that one was far and away. It'll bring up second down. One byproduct here on this extended drive by the Zappers, they continue to peel time off the clock, and it's going to put the Stars in a very tough spot whenever they can get the football back.
Great job by Sean McGee, the linebacker, running right down the middle of the offensive line, unblocked. Johnny Manziel has to get the ball out quickly. It looks like he was clamoring for the coach to go with that again, give him the opportunity to put pressure on the quarterback. And his athletic ability, I think, is going to help him with Johnny Manziel.
Listen, y'all know what y'all got to do. Come off the ball. Open it up for him. Come off the ball. Hey.
All you got to do is pan.
Regular.
We're good now. 21 regular. Twins right, jet left, Indy right, pop.
I got the pop.
Which way are you going?
Left. I'm going to the left.
Yeah, you heard it there. He's going to the left, everybody.
Bazile with the touchdown earlier, a 32-yard grab. When the Zappers built their big 22-point lead. Here's Manziel. He'll throw back to Bazile, just out of his reach.
Said he was going to the left. He didn't go to the left.
Hit a receiver, shitball. Fuck you. Let's go. Come on, we good. Let's go. Is that a handoff?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that. I got you. I'm trying to want to hand it.
Manziel frustrated with himself there.
Very
A
frustrated.
little negative self-talk.
Yeah, he had a touchdown there where if he just lays his ball up just a little bit, give it a little bit more air, he gives Bazile an opportunity to run underneath it, but just too much. That's the thing when you're throwing these balls. If it's up and down, it gives the receiver a chance to react and try to maybe speed up to the ball. But when the ball comes in flat, you almost have to be perfect for it to be completed.
Hey,
Third down
right,
now.
Indy left. Twins right, Indy left on one. Hand right. I got you, baby.
Coach Leota looking on, 20 seconds left. Zappers looking to go back in front by 2 scores. Manziel goes handoff. They'll try the super back, Josh Robinson, to mix things up. Remember, clock stopping after every play, so they have that luxury here. He'll pick up a couple.
Just a simple inside zone give to pick up some yards. So the way the timing is working, right, there's 20 seconds left right now. If you can run some time off this clock and get the first down, that would be great. But if you do not get the first down, you have to have this play.
To 15 seconds. Thank you.
Game clock never even moved on that carry.
You have, so it'll be 15 seconds. You have to have this be a 5-second play, especially if you're not going to get the first down. If you make this a 5-second play, you only leave 10 seconds after you use your flip the field, that power up that you so conveniently kept during this entire game. I mean, it's going to come up big here if they aren't able to get the first down, and you're going to force Blade Jarman to try to drive the length of the field in just 10 seconds.
Switch. We're just going to go on our first down. First down.
Zappers 2 for 3 on fourth down.
The defense is able to add an additional player on the field of play.
Oh.
So 4th and 8. Hasn't the power play been over for some time now?
Yeah, the power play had been over for a while there.
What you got? What's he got? No, you got levels.
Well, I say, uh-oh, did we just vote on a new rule where the defense can do a power play?
Yeah. Did they get eight players for a game?
Oh, man.
We do have 7 on 7.
First down.
And we've got a 4th down, 15 seconds left.
Here we go.
Zappers do have their flip the field, as Devin mentioned, so in a good position here. 13th play of the drive. Manziel trips to the right, has time, stepping up, rolling right, throwing, tipped up, incomplete. And the Stars defense holds.
I call for 5. That play went 7. 8 seconds left. Flip the field is imminent. And now Blade Jarman will have 8 seconds to drive the field and maybe win the game for the should have been Stars. But here you can see Johnny doing a good job, using time, and just by the hair on the chin, isn't able to get up to DB.
Mo Green with a tip of the football at the last second to keep that one from reaching the end zone. Power-up flag is out. It is your Wendy's flip the field. So Zappers empty out all their power-ups, and this will put the Stars back on their own end. And 8 seconds to get a touchdown now and try and steal this one from the Zappers, who had gotten off to the 22-0 start.
The fans are voting for a power play.
Yeah, we've got to mention, should have been Stars still have their power play, right? So they, with only 8 seconds and ways to go, they have the option of using that 7-on-6 advantage, which they would.
For the Wendy's flip the field.
Yeah, you got to do it.
The football will be played at the 12-yard line.
No deciding factor here. This is why you hold on to it for 8 seconds at the end of the game.
Everybody empty the tank. Power up, flip the field, everything is going in on these last couple plays.
So flip the field is confirmed. Now the vote is on for 7-on-6. The power play, you'd presume that's going to happen. Stars got down 22-0, rallied back 24 unanswered to pull in front 24-22. Zappers, of course, the most recent score to go in front here, 28-24, but the Stars can have the last word.
The Stars fans have confirmed a power play. The defense will remove 1 player for 1 series, touchdown or turnover.
Well, there you have it. And with 8 seconds left, we won't get too far into that because there's only a couple of plays left in regulation here.
During a power play such as this, because Jarman's inability to be a super explosive runner, right? You need a super explosive runner to run a touchdown from here. It's going to take him about 8 seconds to get down the field. So you can almost leave the quarterback free and react to him later, but cover your man.
8 seconds left. From the 10, Jarman, that's good to Calvin. He's up to the 20, down to the 15 with 2 seconds left.
Wow, 1 more play.
It all comes down to this.
2 seconds left. Slade the Blade hooking up with Treval Calvin.
Great job sitting in the pocket and driving this throw. I think that may be the best throw of the day for Slade the Blade Jarman, right on the front number. And earlier in the game, he talked to Calvin and told him, hey, stay engaged. I'm going to get it to you. You're going to have an opportunity. He kept telling him, and now he's got an opportunity.
Onto the field.
So now with the first down, that brings back 7 defensive players for the Zappers.
That's the only downside of not getting all of it at once, is that your power play is over.
Timeout is called here with 2 seconds left. Time for one final play. The Stars on the 15 with a first down and a chance to win one that if you joined us in the first half, you think just maybe wasn't their day. And they have an opportunity now to deal some serious heartbreak to the Zappers.
No, because look, the guy's back in, the linebacker. Empty big.
Slade realizes it's 7-on-7 again.
Jarman now over 100 yards passing.
30 smash X delay, this is it. 30 smash X delay, you ready?
You heard him say it, this is it. 2
Noakes
seconds
on the other
left.
side of the field, putting up a number one play.
Number 49, Keith Wainwright is probably going to blitz. There he goes.
Last chance, Jarman, let's fly, incomplete! And the Zappers hang on to get their first win here in season 2.0, a 28-24 victory.
Keith Wainwright had an interception earlier, and right there he was called upon to put pressure on the quarterback, and he delivered. Ball had to come out too soon. Zappers get their first win of the season.
After a 3-team trade, saw Terrell Owens leave the Zappers and go to Knights of D-Gen. The Zappers got a new quarterback. Jason Stewart, Johnny Manziel returned, and the two teamed up along with a strong defensive effort to get the Zappers their first victory. Stewart 5 for 11, 83 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Manziel 2 of 8, 13 yards and a touchdown. It's enough for a victory here for the Zappers. We will take a timeout and return to wrap this one up. So for the Stars, they fall 3-2. 2 losses in a row to previously winless teams. For the Zappers, they keep some playoff hopes alive with their first victory, improving to 1-4. We're back to Pullman Yards after this.